Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 3 of Do You Believe Me or Can You Believe What You See? Of course, it's your boy Giaconna from GiaconnaTV. And I want to say, first of all, thank you for all the love and support, all the DMs asking me, when's the new episode? It's coming. We just had to work on that studio a little bit, get things in order. So now we're back with another one, and this time we're going to swim through these waters of the celebrity world. So I hope you got your life jacket, maybe a jet ski. Check it out.
They are not who you think they are. And they have been here a lot longer than you realize. That's Andrew Jackson for the uninitiated. That is Andrew Jackson's wife. Andrew Jackson's wife and Miss Maxwell. And like I said, they are not who you think they are. But it's not just them. It's all of them. They have been here a lot longer than you realize. That's General Patton. And these are a whole bunch of sports stars. Tom Brady, Larry Hagman, Houdini, Joe Burrow, Mickey Mantle, Christian McCaffrey, Kobe Bryant, Wilt Chamberlain, H.P. Lovecraft, Michael Phelps, Travis Kelce, the guy who created the Pony Express, Michael Jordan, and Jackie Robinson. It's all of them. Teddy Roosevelt, Robin Williams, who is supposedly dead but is now Uncle Pappy, who literally age reduced to become this guy, young Uncle Pappy, Blair. Viggo Mortensen, Kirk Douglas, Richard and Karen Carpenter, who are literally now Dexter, aka Michael C. Hall and Celine Dion. The entire cast of Seinfeld, who all used to be other known actors, stars. If you can't see that Kramer used to literally be Dean Martin, well then you should probably get your eyes checked. Do you really think Taylor Swift just resembles the Church of Satan's Zena LaVey that much? No, that's her. Do you really think Hugh Jackman just resembles country singer who died at age 33, Keith Whitley, that much? No, they're the same entity. They're not human. They're fallen angels who have been here all along. That's Rudolph Steiner, who became Keith Whitley, who became Hugh Jackman. That's Dale Earnhardt, who supposedly hit a wall, and that's Morgan Wallen. I don't just speculate on this. I don't just mash faces together and say they're the same. I provide evidence. Evidence like Morgan Wallen having a gaping scar under his right eye, kind of like, exactly like Dale Earnhardt, who hit a wall. A wall, Morgan Wallen. They're mocking you, and I'm trying to help you. And it's all of them, even your heroes like Tom Brady with the exact same butt chin as I Dream of Jeannie star Larry Hagman, the exact same lips and nose and forehead wrinkles and hairline. But it's not just the symmetry, folks. I don't speculate. I prove, because even though they can shapeshift, their markings, their scars, their physical markings remain the same. Kind of like these two and those two on Larry Hagman and Tom Brady. And they always tell us, look out, Julian, you're getting older and I'm still staying the same age. And then the other guy says, yes, he is. Funny how his style hasn't changed over the years. They're mocking you. And I'm here trying to help you, show you that you live in a spiritual world run by shape-shifting fallen angels. And as crazy as you might think that sounds, it's reality. But of course, all of this is for entertainment purposes. I don't care about liberating humanity from these fallen ones. No, do it for the views. I'm a satire account. Entertainment only. Notice how tall that son is? You know who else is really tall? Machine Gun Kelly. And boy, they even kind of smirk alike and look alike, and well, they seem to match really, really well. How interesting.
One that was on the Sonny and Cher show. On the left is the original Cher.
They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. They were young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow.
Folks, after Cher and I got divorced a few years ago, I felt like a new man. So did Cher.
Of course, you know this video is for entertainment purposes only, and I think some of them are still here for that same reason.
This industry, what you must understand is, when you do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, had no idea that these people still live. They will prey, haunt, kidnap, anything to stay on top. This is their world. They have nothing but time, is what they believe. The art of exchanging spirits, trading spirits.
Be insane in an insane world? What does that make you?
And then when they do die, they can move their consciousness from their decaying body, from their dead, body to a new clone of themselves. They can basically, they can harness and control and transport the informational bundle that is a soul from one piece of hardware to another, or wetware to another. They know how to do this, and this is why, like, in all the human myths about Apollo and Aphrodite and whatever, Zeus himself, these gods seem like they live forever. They always look the same, and whereas humans are, being born and dying generation after generation, these Nordics these gods always look the same, because first of all, their lifespans are thousands of our years per body, and then also they can move their consciousness into clones of themselves. So yeah, it's exactly as you describe it. It was done a very long time ago.
I don't know if they keep coming back or if it's some type of cloning, but they say for the right price, anything's possible.
Here, play organ music, and there, see the little, what do you think? You have any idea? It's a pinky finger, all right?
It has to do with the occult.
It does.
Yes, it does. That's the truth. I am fascinated by the occult, because I think there are too many things in this world that go unexplained. And this happens to be, and I've been involved for the past decade and a half or so. And this is one of the signs of a person who's involved in the occult, that's all. I wish I could make it more mysterious, but I can't. But I think you know that I have been a Jew for 22 years. Mm-hmm. And I follow the theology of Judaism.
That doesn't conflict at all.
We're being interested in the occult? No, it wouldn't interfere. I'm not getting involved in it. I don't hold rituals and all of that jazz. That's not what I'm talking about. But reading about it, I find fascinating. I want to know what the Bermuda Triangle is. Yeah. I'm really interested. And it's like reading ancient history. There's always a mystery about it. And I think I'm more involved in that than anything else. I don't want to give anybody the wrong impression that I go like this here, zap, and you gone,
What about you getting into a satanic religion? Believing in the devil?
No. I didn't say I got into it. I said I was involved with it. And I was involved with Satanism based upon the fact that I found the subject matter fascinating to read about. And I got involved in it, as we discussed at dinner. But when it got too heavy, I split.
I did notice that he was a man with some fingernail paint on his pinky. So if that's the sign for evil, we're in a whole heap of trouble.
Told me he worshiped the devil. We were in Dan Tana's that restaurant with all the pictures of him. Sammy was like, Satan is as powerful as God. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He says, why do you think there's so much anger in the world and killing and murder and Satan? And he saw my reaction to it and he kind of lightened up on it.
Yes, Sammy Davis Jr. was a Satanist. It all started in 1968 at a nightclub. Sammy was invited to a private party that turned out to be a satanic gathering. There was obviously a lot going on at this party. It was people there in hoods, people there in masks. It was also people naked and having sex. This is where Sammy got introduced to Anton Levy, who was the leader of the Church of Satan. They quickly became friends, and Sammy continued to go to these parties until he eventually became a member of the church. It was said that Sammy would try to share his satanic philosophies with anyone that would listen. In 1972, he tried to share his newfound faith with the world through a movie called Poor Devil, but the movie was received poorly and immediately faced backlash. Multiple religious groups protested NBC for releasing this movie to the point where they completely got rid of it. But the Church of Satan was fine. They just wanted the attention from the movie. And after that, they made Sammy Davis Jr. an honorary second-degree member, meaning he was like right under the leader. Anton Levy wanted to promote Sammy once again to a senior official, meaning he would have control over his own church. But when Sammy began to get into politics and get closer to politicians, he officially left the Church of Satan in 1974.
All attention definitely isn't good attention. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
When was the last time you saw John Travolta? And why do I ask that? Because John Travolta showed up in France at Cannes and was completely unrecognizable, leaving fans asking the question, what's going on with John Travolta? If you haven't seen the clip, take a look at this. Who is that in the clip? Is that John Travolta? What? Does that look like John Travolta? Is that the John Travolta that we're all used to seeing? This was an image of John Travolta not too long ago. So who is this John Travolta that was in the video? Wow. Take a look at these two side-by-side clips. This is John Travolta at age 68. John Travolta at 72? How is he age reversing? And John Travolta in the year 2018 and John Travolta in the year 2026.
Crazy.
So once again, the question needs to be asked. Has Hollywood claimed another celebrity? And once again, like I say in all my videos, I understand people can age and
Benjamin
people can
Button
change.
Was definitely one of my favorite flicks. Why couldn't I be so lucky? Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Do You Believe Me or Can You Believe What You See? As always, it's your boy GiaconnaTV. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Until the next one.